The New York Jets have seemed to hire John Beck. Let's talk about it. Hey, what's going on? I'm Matt O'Leary, back with another video, and today we'll be talking about John Beck coming to the New York Jets. And before we get started, just wanted to mention you can follow me on social media at Matt O'Leary NY. And if you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe to the Just Jets podcast, wherever it is you get your podcast. So during the game on Sunday against the Cincinnati Bengals, obviously the offense looked really good, and there were a few changes. One, new quarterback, Mike White was in. Mike LaFleur was also upstairs in the booth calling plays, and there was another change that was kind of exposed late yesterday into early morning today, and that was that John Beck, Zach Wilson's personal quarterback coach from BYU, from back home, was on the sideline in Jets gear with a headset on. So, naturally, it appears like the New York Jets have hired John Beck to be a coach for these quarterbacks, and honestly, don't hate the move at all. I think it's actually pretty smart. During the bye week, Zach Wilson decided to go back home and work with his quarterback coach, John Beck. And then fast forward a couple of weeks, he's on the sideline. And honestly, I think it's a good thing. You're making your young quarterback comfortable. That's the most important thing here. When you're trying to teach a rookie to be a pro at this level, you want to make life as easy as possible for him. So far, through however many games Zach Wilson's played, I guess 6, it hasn't been super easy, whether it be self-inflicted from trying to force the ball into tight windows, holding onto the ball too long, early in the year, poor offensive line play, drops, play calling, just from top to bottom, it hasn't really been the easiest of transitions for Zach. So I respect the Jets for realizing that it was time to make a change, and this isn't necessarily a typical Jets move. If anything, from the last few years, we've seen this team be complacent and saying, okay, this is just, we're going to ride it out. We're going to be stubborn, whether it was Bowles, whether it was Gase, whoever, McCagnon, just guys who are really stubborn and stuck in their own ways. It seems like the Jets decided, hey, we're not going to stick with the status quo here. Instead, we're going to look at how we could improve our quarterback situation. And through one game, it worked. And again, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that we're going to see a replicated performance against Indianapolis. That's just way too unfair for Mike White or this offense. But it's just some sort of structure being implemented back into the offense. And when you take into account Greg Knapp, I mean, you got to bring that into it now at this point. The Jets were likely expecting him to be on the sideline and LaFleur up in the booth. That would be my assumption based on what we see now. And with him, unfortunately, tragically passing away, it left a vacancy, and the Jets kind of, waited until an appropriate time to make a change or make an adjustment at this point. And again, I really like it. LaFleur up in the booth was so much better. He was much more creative. And again, we talked about it yesterday. It's not like the offense massively changed. It's still the same style of offense. It's just the play calling I thought was much more innovative or creative. It wasn't so bland. They were much more willing to throw on first down. And I just like, again, it all goes back to trying to make sure that Zach Wilson, who is your number one asset, has the highest probability of hitting. And I think that this helps. It's not going to hurt, that's for sure. And if it's someone that he's comfortable with because he worked with him back home, then why not? Again, I love this move. I can't say enough good things about it. I am excited to see what Zach Wilson looks like when he comes back from injury, what he's able to learn from White, what he's able to learn from Beck down here now, and what he's able to learn from LaFleur, who is up top. So you guys let me know in the comments how you feel about it, but just wanted to get my quick thoughts out on this topic. Saw it bouncing around on Twitter, and you've had some people who really love the move, think it's a good idea. Others who are unsure, think it's a little weird, but for me, again, if it's someone that your young quarterback is comfortable with, why not? I think it just makes too much sense. So let me know. Sound off in the comments. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll talk to you next time.